So welcome to Kashmir Kitab, March 31st, and we're doing Lal Vaakhs. We're still doing Lal Vaakhs. Okay, who wants to go?
I could start. I had 92 and 93. And I think there was also 80 something, which was already done last time, right?
Yep.
So if you, do you have the
Oh yeah, I can actually share it here. Usually it was Vishalji's.
right?
I can do it. Let's see. Okay. So you are on 90?
92.
Okay.
92 and 93. Yeah. Yeah. Can you make it bit bigger? Yeah.
In a bit, yeah, one sec. Let me just find.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so 92. I'm going to probably murder the Kashmiri.
Go for it.
But anyway, Chet Torug Gagan Brombon Nimish Aki Chande Yuzan Lach Chitan Bage Vad Retit Zone Pran Apan Sandarit Pakhas Pakha Pakhaj. So basically, if you go by I'm going by the third and fourth lines first. Chitan Vaige Vad Retit Zone. So she's saying you need to control your breath, Pran Apan.
Chitan Vaigye Bhavudya. What is Bhavudya? Bodh. Okay.
Both. So Buddhi ko, you need to control like a bridle, like, Pran Apan Sandarit Pakhas. Means you have to control your pran and apan very carefully in a particular direction. So she's saying the first line is Chet Twarag Gagan Brahmon. So mind's horse.
Chet go mind, okay.
Mind's horse flies across the sky in a moment's crossing 1,000,000 miles in a second. Means it goes.
It wanders.
Brahmon.
It wanders, yeah.
It wanders, yeah. Nimish Eke Chende Yuzan Lache. Means in 1 second, it actually can go over millions of miles.
Yeah. You go.
Yuzan. I think it's use go.
योजन जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं
हाँ योजन हाँ
like yojana.
Yes, I think that's what it is. Yes. So basically, she's saying that the human mind is, can travel millions of miles in a fraction of a second, and it can do enormous feats of endurance. But these capacities are dangerous and are essential to be put under control.
Yeah.
Only the bridle of wisdom can curb the dangerous movement and speed. Otherwise, it can break the wheels of breath's chariot, by which Lala means pran and apan, the two parallel corridors of the breath through which breath passes along the spinal cord in human body. So I think again talking about Kundalini. Yeah. But basically, she's saying that you have to be very careful. You need to control. Your mind can go. If you do these yogic exercises, you could travel wherever you want to, but you could also get lost easily. So you need to be able to control your breathing practices properly. Yeah. And typically, you need to do that under guidance of a guru.
Yeah.
But that's what I got from it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think.
Should we go to 93?
Yeah.
ऐसे आयस तो ऐसे आसो ऐसे द्वार कर patvat शिव सोरी नजन तमरन रव सोरी na atgat. So again, she's saying, many times we have come here, and many times we have left this, this earthly abode. We have had such numerous innings since the birth of time. Just like the sun rises and sets and rises again, so too have we been born, died, reborn, died millions of times. And Shiva Sori Nazyant Marun. So Shiva is the one who creates and destroys again and again at his own will. And there's no end to this. So I think what she's trying to say here is that all this this whole play of life is is under the control of Shivji, and it's up to him how often we as sentient beings, how often we keep going through the cycle, and at the moment we can get out of the cycle at a moment's notice as soon as we recognize who our true nature is, and it's in our own hands. And basically, it's in Shiv's hands because it's Shiv who finally, is engaged in this whole play of birth and rebirth. So,
isn't this the more popular one of the Vaaks? Isn't this the one that is like as popular as An, Pan, Sadras?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it is a popular one. Yes.
Oisi Asav. Isn't that? I feel like I've heard it like so many times.
Yeah, I also feel I've heard it before.
I've heard this Vaak for the first time today, but the first line, Amrita, like you said, I've heard it just last week at the camp. It was on one of our posters.
Oh.
So now I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's there because of it being in the Vaak. So
yeah.
But I never heard it before the last 1 week, I would say.
Yeah, I've heard it many times, and I think we say it in context of Exodus, but actually it actually means something else in this Vaak.
Yes. But I think this Vaak goes very well to the event of Exodus as a whole as well. I think it's very, very meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now I see the whole thing and I'm like, this is a great philosophy to live by. And it's sort of the very, very ending of the last Queen of Kashmir is this philosophy, I think.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are and we will be, right? That's basically what it means. Like we will exist. We exist.
Yeah, but...
Sorry, what was that again?
Mm-hmm. I said we are and we will be. That is what it is. We exist, right? I think that's what that statement kind of...
Right. I mean, we are Shiva, basically. And, we are pure consciousness to begin with. And, it's just that we have to realize our true nature. And in the process of trying to realize our true nature, we go through these thousands and thousands of births and deaths. It's like a game that Shiva is playing with himself or herself. And at any time we can put an end to this game. It's up to Shiva, which is ourselves, to put an end to the game. But that's what I understood it as.
Yeah, I think like what I was getting to is that the Exodus is meaningless, right? If you actually think about this.
Right.
Anyways, okay, moving on.
Yeah,
I think that's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Today is going to be a short day because I think we have two people that are not here, but I guess we'll have Amita ji talk. Okay, Meera is not here either. Vinita ji, want to say? You want to go?
Okay. It's 1:26.
Okay.
Yavatar taslitim ambar het yod yave galitim ahart an setas swapar vetsaras pete chantan ye de van kavan. Basically, it's saying that we're just enough to save you from the cold, eat just enough to relieve you from hunger. Basically, we should try to contain our mind and teach our mind to devote ourselves to the realization of the Supreme. We should just eat enough. We should not hanker for all the great foods and great finery or jewelry, just enough to get through this life and get to the realization and control our mind, basically. Because the purpose of life is not only to answer the calls of body, its emotions and desires, but to hold our life or sustain our life for a higher purpose. There is no point in unnecessarily pampering the body like wearing fineries and eating delicious foods and drinks just for the sake of taste or a false display of riches. So and the last two lines, it means that this body is simply food for the jungle crows to feast upon. Basically, your body is nothing, in the end. It is, you just keep it and nourish it enough to get you to the next level. Otherwise, what is the use of this body if you pamper it too much? Your body can be eaten up by the crows, right? And that's how worthless it is if you don't reach your higher goal.
Where is the crow mentioned here? Cow is not mentioned here at all.
One last line. Chatan, they means body, one kavan.
Kavan. Oh, okay. Last word.
means crow, right?
Yeah. She speaks like Yoda, she's like always.
It's all about mind, I think. It started with Rajinder ji and it's all about mind today.
Yeah.
It's all about the mind's control.
Yeah. Okay.
But she's pretty graphic, isn't she?
Yeah. She has done worse, actually, I think. Which one is next?
127. Ate ma ba travun ye kharba, Luke Hansen Kongye Ware Kei, Tatikus ba di tharba, yete nanyas kartal pai. Do not let your mind, which is basically a donkey or an ass, go astray and enter the feast upon the saffron crop in your neighbor's field. Don't let it wander around. Who will save it from the merciless beatings and trespassing on the neighbor's house? And he will use a sword and he will beat you for trespassing. Nobody else is going to bear their soul or their back to receive the punishment. Nobody else, no dear or near ones will take the punishment for him, basically. So basically, again, it comes to the fact that a man who does not control his mind of diverse wayward thoughts, bringing him severe impairment, he becomes a victim of various digressions of thought, emotions. Basically, try to learn how to control your emotions and control your mind and teach it and tame it to go on the road of realization. Basically, the donkey is looking at the beautiful field of saffron fields. So of course, it's going to be tempted to go there and eat it. But then the punishment which comes with it is manifold. And same with you. If you fall for all these glittery things in the world, ultimately you have to pay the price for it, right? Correct. Nobody else is going to take that punishment for you. Not your family, not your parents. It's just you, basically. You and you. It's between you and your God, basically. That's what I perceived from it.
Yeah, makes sense. What is, so Kwang Ver. It's like the field.
Kong means saffron and the field of saffron.
Right.
He gets tempted to see the neighbor's beautiful, field filled with beautiful flowers, saffron.
Thar kya go? Tatikus
Khargav donkey. Khargav donkey.
Khargav donkey, magar thar kya go? Third line.
Third. Tatikus ba dari tharba means beating, I think, right? Or who will save you?
Tatikus ba dari thar.
That who want to save his body for the beatings? It has to be you and your body who's going to get beat.
Who? Tatikus ba dari thar ba.
Dari means body. Who's going to loan you their body for the beatings?
Okay. Nobody's going to take it. Acha.
Yes.
Nobody's going to take
Nobody
it.
Nobody else is going to take the punishment, but it's you who has to take the punishment, right? So ultimately, it's between you and your God. That's what she's saying, I guess, right?
Thar is basically body then, right?
Yeah.
Thar. Nice. She's rhymed it really well. Khar and thar.
Thar. And 128. Maruk mar brut kam krud lub nat kam badit marnai pan manai kyan dik
Swavachar.
Charas.
Swavachar.
Swachara tam Vishay Tihun
Kya?
Kya Kyut Dorzan. Just try to learn and overpower the worst human emotions: lust, anger, greed. These are the murderous demons, or they will shoot and kill you. You cannot kill them, so feed them on your self-restraint and pure thoughts, so that they get starved. They face starvation, because all these evil thoughts, they feed. Basically, your mind has the capacity to feed on all these evil, stray thoughts, and they will take control over your body. But try to keep your mind so pure that you don't get pulled in by all lust, anger, greed, and try to control your emotions and your mind.
So that they die a natural death.
That's it, yeah. So don't feed it all. It's basically these demons feed on all our negative feelings, and they thrive on that. So don't let any negativity come in yourself, and help yourself to a greater realization.
So basically, if you restrain yourself from these things, they'll automatically die.
Yeah.
Yes.
A natural death, it says, by starvation. Maruk Marbooth. Marbooth kya ko? Marbooth.
Demons?
Booth. Like booth as in bhutia.
Right? Demons, right?
Demons, yeah.
Got it.
So kill all the murderous demons, which are the worst enemies of all spiritual development. Self-restraint and pure thoughts. Those are the ways which will lead you to a pure spiritual thought. And eventually, again, she goes through the same thing which she has been saying throughout the entire book. Bring your thoughts pure and make it one, bring it to one place, one point, and then it will help you on your spiritual journey.
Yep.
Basically, it's all about mind. You're right. It's all about Yoda and the mind game. Control your mind and you are there.
No, I mentioned Yoda because he says the word first and like he reverses his sentences. So she also does this a lot. When she
read you must, Amrita.
Yeah. Okay, these are mine. Niyam karyot garba chatas karba pyeyi maran bront marba marit martab huri. Niyam karyot garba. You have taken a pledge in your mother's womb never to re-enter. I feel like I did this last time. I did one Vaakh at some point.
Yeah, something very similar,
Yeah. Chatas karba pyeyi means you actually are getting born from your mother's womb and taking all that pain and giving your mother the pain of rebirth over and over, which actually you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be reborn. You should just attain the ultimate and vanish, basically, or be one with the God. But you are just maintaining the cycle of rebirth. Maran bront marba. You better die to the desire of the world right away. It'll make you glorious even after your actual death. So basically, she's saying that Marith marba huri means after you're really dead and never be reborn is when you will become glorious and when you will be even you will attain what you're supposed to. Yeah.
So I guess she's saying basically that it's only because of our desire that we get reborn, right? Our desire to...
Yeah, basically it's like if you go after your desires, you are going to be reborn because you did not work on yourself to get rid of them. Hence, you will be reborn and the cycle continues. Yeah, so basically said you better die to the desire of the world right away. Otherwise, you're going to be back.
Yeah, this brings me to the question that you had asked, I think, long time back, that the desire to get rid of desire is not a desire as well, right?
Correct. Yeah, I was like...
that is a vicious circle, right?
Circular reference, yeah. It's like... Yeah, it's like it's like you are desiring to get rid of your desire, but that's a desire in itself. So to achieve the Lord or to achieve the ultimate is also a desire. So isn't that also like a contradiction? So we've never gotten an answer to that.
We never gotten an answer. That's right.
Like what is enough? What is maybe my level of desire getting something is, I mean, how do you do that, right?
I feel like there was a Vaakh after that came, and I guess Shruti was there that day, and she basically says, Lala says that the desire of achieving the God or to go towards salvation or whatever is the best desire to have. So desire, but don't desire the lowly things. I think that was one of the Vaaks also. It's she said like it's worth to have that desire. So yeah, she's not saying get rid of all greed, but she's saying, desire something that's worthwhile, which will give you like ultimate freedom from desire itself. Okay, so that should be your last desire. Okay, Chalni chai vuzmalt tratai, Chalun chu mandyan gatkar, Chalun chu pan panun kadun gratai, Hyatmailya santosh vaiti pane. So, Chalani chai vuzmalt tratai means you have to go through. Vuzmal and tratai is basically thunder and earthquakes. Basically, you have to go through tribulations. Chalani chu mandan gatkar means you have to find yourself in darkness even at noon, like mandan barmandan shnavan. Chalun chu pan panun kadun gratai. We have to grind ourselves in the grinder, basically. So make ourselves pure, or put yourself through tribulations and tests, and what does it say, through grinding mill, right? So then it says that be patient in all these conditions, and Lord will surely respond and fulfill your wish. Hyatmailya santosh vaiti pane. So go through all this, and what is yours from all these tribulations, what is yours will come to you. So yeah, and she has actually, I had marked a few things on this, on the detailed version of basically he's also mentioned that in his in the second part of the book, for the detail, and he says it pertains to the worst emotional pulls and pressures that one faces, especially in youth, that distracts even the strongest willed seekers from the divine path. So the allure, in a way, like is basically gatakar. It's basically termed as like darkness, a dark time. It's a certain kind of desire is termed as like something that will distract you, and you have to go through it with self-control.
It's interesting, how like Kabir and all these people, they all give this grinding wheel an analogy about life, that you're caught piece out between these two wheels in your life. And
yeah,
of course, I think Kabir was saying that you should try to stay in the middle. That way you'll avoid getting...
Yeah, you'll avoid getting... Yeah. Isn't that the opposite though, right? What we want to do, right? She's saying go through it.
Yeah, go through it. Don't be scared of it. Yeah, it's all part of the learning experience.
Like if you don't go through it, that means you don't have an opportunity to restrain it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 120, and I have 121. That's my last one. Razas burj yemya kartal tej, Swargas burj chui tap dan, Sahazas burj yemya gwar kath burj, Papan panya burj chui pannui pan. Razas burj yemya kartal tej. So He's saying that to be a successful king, one must raise a sword. And to raise a sword, you raise it against the enemies. But you should not use it on your own people just because you have it and you can and that you are powerful. Swargas boy chui tapt dan. So people who go to heaven are the ones who do tap, go meditate, and dan, go philanthropy. Sahaj's boj yem gwar kath poj. So to achieve awakening of Sahaj's boj, so to achieve the self-realization, you will need the direction from a guru. Pap pian boj chui panui pan. But to balance all the virtues and sins, one should just consult yourself. So it's a bit confusing why she has written all these together, but then he brings it. One second, my mother is calling. One second. So basically, he says that the qualities that make a common man eligible for higher life and especially the grace of Lord are not usually found in common people. Those who are actively involved in the affairs of the world and ignore their duty towards the Lord. So they say beyond the personal penance and meditation, a heavenly being, one who is already one with the Lord, should give away the alms of his learning liberally. So I think when he says that you have to, you will go to heaven when you do dan, but he just doesn't mean any kind of philanthropy, but the philanthropy of knowledge of how to awaken yourself, basically. And when he says that Rajas boos basically kartal, so when you have a sword, that means you have the sword of knowledge. Then you use it to kill the enemies, but not on your own self or on your people who you want to awaken. Basically, it's actually brought together as like virtues that you should use to not only help for self-realization but also for others. Yeah. Okay, that's all from me. Shruti, you're next.
Okay, I've been waiting for, I don't know, a month.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of lost you after moving to Friday. If it is too hard, we should probably bring it back to Tuesday. I think it's like either if you have to choose.
I wouldn't judge the Fridays so quickly, because whatever I had planned for the 2 weeks at least, those were things planned before we decided to move the schedule. I'm actively ignoring any other events that come up on Fridays. And then last week, I think I was there for 2 hours, but I didn't get a turn. So,
It's true. That's true. So didn't I. I feel like we kind of should have planned it better. Also, I was very motion sick last time. I was like, "Jo karna hai karo yaar, tum log."
yeah.
Yeah, but sorry about that. But it was also our anniversary, and we thought we'll get something else in, but it kind of took longer than planned.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
But let's keep going. So I have number 43, 44, 47, and 48.
Yeah, 42, right?
43.
Wait, 42.
43. 43, 44, 47, 48.
Oh, 43.
That's what I
43. Sorry.
There, yeah. I know, I've held on to it for a month. I didn't know which one I had.
Okay, go.
Of birth and death, I think, in a way of penance almost, tap se. Birth prakash lobum sahas. But through my mind's light, I found the way out and became the illuminant one. Mariam nakah mar nakah se. Now no one will die for me, nor I for anyone. Mar nates lasnech. It's truly wonderful now to die and equally heavenly to live. So I think essentially here she's talking about how that she's come into the world many times, and this time when she's come into the world, she has a specific purpose, but she doesn't have any pending accumulated karma to clear out. And so she's kind of like, some of the interpretation says that her life is kind of like a lotus flower. She's unaffected by all the things in the water around her, but she's able to bloom and spread her knowledge, beauty, fragrance, and then move on. So yeah, it's more of what we've already read. Her purpose in life is very, very specific. It's like the previous Vaakh also we read, right? She's balanced her sins and virtues already on her own, by her own means. And so she doesn't really have to live a long and eventful life. Usually such people, once they've reached the stage, they have a very specific purpose, and then they kind of move on to the stage of liberation.
Marnech, the lasnech. What is nech?
I think wonderful or heavenly is what the translation seems to indicate. Like Nek, I am kind of seeing the word nature as similar to Nek. Like it's good to die, it's good to live. It's the same difference.
Okay. Yeah. Nech. The only nech usage I know, nech patar. And that's also nature. It's nech patar. Okay, next.
Next is 44. No, it's okay. Vaakh siddhi, so diye mokhas beatham. I think diya is what I see in the Hindi one, but English it's different. So I enjoy the immense grace of God, and all that I say, sokhas deetham na rosnas shy. Whatever I say is readily fulfilled, and I'm unable to contain my joy. So my joy cannot be contained. Dokhas andar nyandar meetham. In my extreme worldly distress or pain, I am comfortable. And bodh yal zeetham meetham kat. When my personal knowledge has extended, then all my talk displays extreme depth of wisdom and knowledge. So she's feeling very, very at the kind of, I think, pinnacle of realization here, and she's again thinking that I'm sort of, but here, you know, what I find interesting is that she's saying I'm able to manage my distress or pain, but I'm not able to contain my joy. So I don't feel like she's as
she's lying.
As would like to be. But yeah, that's I think like we talked about before, right? It's like that's the desire, or the there's only one thing that you can desire and enjoy. Maybe that's
Dokhas andar nyandar meetham. So in extreme worldly distress or pain, I'm comfortable because she's used to it.
So could she be meaning in that joy that that she's not able to contain her joy, meaning that she's able to actually spread it to everybody around as well? She has so much of joy.
So sokhas deetham rosnas shy. There's no, maybe rosnas shy means rehne ke liye jagah nahi hai, maybe, or there's no like.
So meaning
there is so much, she cannot contain it. There is so much of it.
Yeah, she has so much of it that she's actually not only cannot contain it, but she's she's giving it. It's overflowing to everybody. You can use it.
Yeah, basically she's saying.
Look at it.
Yeah. She's basically saying, I enjoy Vaakh siddhi. Vaakh kya ga?
Vaakh, no? Vaakh is
word of God. Like it's basically she's saying that I heard God's word, and Vaakh is it's kind of literal meaning that it sat on my face, like Mokhas beat him.
So
the word of God my lips, and I cannot contain my joy because of my distress. my knowledge has increased. That's what it says, Nindar meet him. Because that's when you have subconscious mind and, you have the self-realization and all that stuff. And the last one says, when my knowledge increased, my tongue became sweeter. So it's all a deep meaning, basically.
I feel like the first Vaakh is not nicely enough interpreted. It's kind of like she feels like, वो जैसे बोलते हैं ना गुरु की गुरुमुखी, like the speech of the Lord has come and sat on my lips. It sort of feels like that's what literally it's
saying. The word of the God has basically
the wisdom
graced my face or something. Whatever. I'm graceful because of His word.
And she has nice rhyming in this, right?
Meet him.
Yeah.
Beat him, meet him.
Zeet him.
Shy. Yeah.
Zeet him, deet him.
Yeah.
And under Neander, there's like a lovely rhyme, like there's a lovely rhythm to this.
So, what did we decide what detum was? Dutum or detum? What did we think? Contentment? Is that what we thought it was? Detum.
I think it was.
Sokhas detum na roseness shy. Detum.
I think detum is like to experience, understand, know, become acquainted with. I think those are all.
Realize. Is that what we thought it was? Okay, detum is realize. Okay. Because I keep forgetting and it comes up every time. Okay. Next is not 45, it's what?
Next is 47.
Okay.
Lalabwo Sayas Swaman Bag Baras. So I, Lalla, entered the gate of my soul's jasmine garden. Vuchum Shiva's Shakti Milit the Vah. And to my joy, I found Shiva and Shakti kind of united or locked into one. Tatilay Karmas Amaryat Saras. And drunk with joy, I threw myself into the sea of immortal bliss. Zindaye maras the myakare kya. Myakare kya. Now I'm free from the shackles of birth and death. And what can death do to me?
Correct.
Yeah. So it's so it's very like descriptive, I would say. There's a lot of imagery here.
Suman like Suman, जैसे फूल को सुमन बोलते हैं. Because jasmine.
It's the soul.
Swaman Baag Baras means beautiful flower garden.
I think Swaman is also here talking about Swayam ke baag mein. It's in my souls.
Swaman, mere man mein. So what I don't understand is jasmine, because I think that was he posh last time. So now I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I think jasmine may be a
example.
Flourish of the person who interpreted it. It's maybe not in the original baag.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's the interpreter's flourish. So yeah, it's I think when you feel that state of bliss or enlightenment, you are able to see all the pehlus of life in a way, in the same kind of balance, and it's all within you. You can see that, and so it puts you in this state of wonder and joy, and again, you're unaffected by everything around you, because what you can see there embodies everything, and it's kind of supremely beautiful. So neither life nor death can really change that moment of clarity.
Yeah.
There's one thing I underlined, I think, in the interpretation. I'm just going to read that. So the point worth attention is that she found her Lord nowhere else but inside her own loving, devout heart, suggesting that there is no need to hang around, as the ultimate truth could be experienced inside one's own capable heart.
Correct.
So it's it's all about
Aham
self.
Brahmasi. Cool.
Yeah. I think the last two Vaaks at least I really enjoyed. The first one was a little repetitive to the theme of everything else we've been reading, but these two had little beauty of their own.
Yeah. You have 48 also, right?
Yeah.
You're from that era of 4 Vaaks.
Yes, 4 Vaaks, each of us. Yes. That was some time back. I think we're back to 3 now, right?
It's back to 3 because we were like 10 or 11 people at one point. I'm like, guys, what's going on? But now I think we'll just rotate. Even if you have 4 or 5, if we have more people, we'll say 1, 1, 1, and then we'll come back. Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so this is the last one for me for today. Gyanakya Ambar Purit Tane. So, wearing the robes of spiritual wisdom. Yim Pad Lalil Dape Tim Ride Ank. Mark deep on your heart the essence of Lala's words.
Okay.
Karana Pranavakya Lay Kor Lale. Through devotion of the sacred symbol Om, Pranav, Tyat Jyoti Kasan Marani Shank. She absorbed in the light of the awakened consciousness that is Tyat Jyoti and defeated the fear of death, and so can you. So again, the wisdom, being enshrined in the wisdom, focusing the mind on Pranav, I think, and just letting the mind go into that state of clarity and realization. And again, nothing else matters when you're in that state.
Yeah.
It's interesting why she has chosen to use the third person in describing this, right? As if she's looking at herself as a separate
entity,
being, right?
Yeah, it's actually it's a beautiful observation, Rajendraji, because it's almost like she has disassociated from herself.
Right.
There's no ego. It's just like look at what I have become. This is anybody can kind of reach this stage. Yeah.
It's almost like she's having an out-of-body experience, right? Like she's watching herself somewhere from lying here above her.
And that's the whole point of Pratibhignya.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool, guys. I think we have gotten enlightened. The only thing next is to basically start doing pranayama and start doing Kundalini. Oh, but we should not do Kundalini until we read the Pandit Gopi Krishna book. It's kind of lethal, I would say. Okay.
I had one thing I wanted to share. So reading listening also to some of the Vaaks that we were going through today, I keep seeing this theme of, as we all do, right? Shiva and Shakti and cycle of life and death and things sort of getting created and destroyed. And I just had this image in my head of even the breathing exercises that she keeps talking about, right? It's all like you breathe in, something is getting created. You breathe out, something is getting destroyed. And so it's almost like that ebb and flow. And it's all like so many different ways to visualize that process. That's what is there across so many of the Vaaks. So, yeah.
So that's quite interesting, actually, what you mentioned just now, because there's this, I'm trying to remember which one, Vigyan Bhairava Tantra, which is one of the key books in Kashmiri Shaivism. So there it's Shakti or Parvati is talking to Shiva and asking him, how do I realize you, And Shiva answers with a whole bunch of, he gives about 124 different methods to realize your true self, And one of them is this breathing exercise where he says, you need to breathe in through your, like through your nadi, and then you breathe out. And at the moment of breathing in and breathing out, at the inflection points, just before you're breathing in or breathing out, that's the point where you can actually
realize.
Yeah. It's like where inertia of rest meets inertia of momentum almost.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's when, if you guys have done Shambhavi, and I think Princey ji would, she's actually still in India with her mom, but I hope she's doing well. She had a surgery. Anyways, so she has done Shambhavi, and in Shambhavi they teach, there is like a place where people start getting like kind of wonky, and that is when there is like a shallow breath and rapid shallow breaths. And I think that kriya, that part of the kriya, what it does, it maximizes that point, because you're doing very shallow breath, so it maximizes that point of realization. It's kind of scary, because when I went to doing Shambhavi, it's like people start crying, howling, and I'm like, guys, I'm trying to focus over here. But yeah, there was a guy in front of me who kind of went crazy, and he started like dancing and stuff. I was like, okay, everybody calm down. Okay, so all right, Amita and Shashwat, if you guys want to do a Vaakh, I can just probably scroll down. If we can all do it together, if you are interested. Otherwise, we'll just assign one to you guys, and you can do it next week if you're interested. So that's fine too.
I'm fine. I can do one.
Okay.
I actually got my husband to read it in Urdu too. I was like, between him and I think we can read it.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. You can read Urdu. That will make.
I can, but my husband can. I have to get him.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so let me just, so we have this certain Vaaks that we already covered in this book, and they are kind of out of order because we were referring to another book, and the Vaaks are not like in the same order. So I have to look at this reference now, what we have done and what we haven't. So we finished 128 today with Vinita ji. So going forward, that would be, you can do 120. Let me see, 1 second. Yeah, 130 actually. 129 is done. 130. Okay, it's like a surprise test for her because she's not like read it beforehand. But she's an expert kind of, so I don't care really. We can do it together, it's fine. Okay. Shall I zoom it further?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Can't you nendra heti vedit? Can't vadan nesar paye? Can't you sananan karit te apuj ke gay visit te akriye? So I'm just going to go by the literal meaning right now because I have no idea what it really means. So it says that some people, even when they are like, they sleep, but they're still not sleeping, they're still awake. Kensen Vedan Naisar Pyai. I think that one means that.
Nasir Pyai. Nasir hai Nyandar.
Acha Nyandar pe. Acha. They were standing and they
Fell asleep. Yeah.
Okay. Some people, even after taking shower, they're still dirty.
Yeah.
And what does that one mean?
Akrayi.
Okay. I guess it basically means they are busy, but at the same time they are not. They show that they are doing work and they are, part of the world, but they are kind of mentally they are not.
Empty.
Yeah, they did.
Cool. Yeah. Some who appear sleeping are wide awake.
It's almost, the last one almost reads like they are doing some like material household duties, but that's just their duty. There's no
duty. Yeah.
There's no meaning.
They are mentally they're detached. They just show that they are part of the world, but they are not. They're actually in a completely different level.
Oh, you're talking
The
totally
box.
different then. So
I'm sorry?
Amita just said something that she's saying that you are part of the everyday, but your mind is
Yeah.
awakened. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking the other way around. I'm thinking that you are. Oh,
I see the last word as most important. The way it's phrased, a career.
Mhm.
Not that you're not. It's not that you're not focused, but you are focused in a way that you're not sort of accumulating karma. Is the way
yeah, which makes sense.
it's done.
Some who seem busy householders are detached from the world. Oh,
Something like Gautam Buddha. He was married, had a kid, but he was detached with the material world, right? He was in a completely different, aspect of worldly. He was a prince, but he didn't care about any of those things. So it's kind of the same thing.
so this reminds me again about the book of Gopi Krishna, and he said his life was like he was very like he was doing well in his career and blah blah blah. Then he took a step back and he took a job enough for him to run the grihasti, right? And like he was married and everything, and I think he had kids, but then it seemed like he was doing everything, but in his mind he was somewhere else altogether. That's interesting. Okay, want to try another one? We have like 5 minutes to go. So 131, 132.
What about Shashwat? Does he want to do one?
I wanted to do one, but I don't think I would be able to do justice to it. I think I would need a lot of help.
We are no experts here. Please go. I try to massacre the sentences. Didn't you see me just now?
We're kind of crowd interpreting things as well, so don't hesitate, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 131.
Mm-hmm.
Shishir's wood kus rata kus doke ratas va rate va yus panch indre chilit sate sui rate gaite ra.
Shishirus. Oh, shishir gunte.
Shishir.
Shishirus woot kusrete. Oh, wow. Who can stop?
Wood means lip.
Yeah.
Oh. Who
The
can
coldness,
stop the
the
bare
chilly
hands,
of
the
the
dribbling
shishir.
wintry frost below an overhanging rooftop? Shishirus woot kusrete. Oh, nice. Kus bake. क्या गो? Bake rete vav. Who can cup fast blowing wind in his two clenched hands? Kus. Acha.
To balk.
Bok.
Mutti.
Bok. Kus bake rete vav gonna wind.
Hava. Vayu.
Use पांच इंद्रिय. So who 5 इंद्रियां?
senses.
5 इंद्रियां.
Okay, huh?
Chalit sate.
Chalit sate.
One who has reigned in his 5 senses can sure do it.
Control over 5 senses.
Correct. Sui rete gate rav.
Gate rav.
He can even pull away Ravi goes sun.
Can control sun.
Sui rete gate rav. Oh my God, guys.
Anigat mein rav, like he'll find the sun in
from
the
midnight
darkness.
sky. Gatti means
Gate
gana
means,
gatkar.
Ungat.
इसमें darkness में.
Wow,
You can
guys.
find sunshine in darkness. That's awesome.
That's a beautiful poem.
I
Yeah.
love this. Should we screenshot this one like as usual?
I already did.
So usually what we do is whatever we get like an aha moment types, we actually screenshot it and post it on our group for our records later to come back to. So that'll be cool to have. I mean, you are on the group, so that it'll be cool in the future to like compile them at some point, right? Okay, So I'm thinking it's a duet because she's asking questions. Sui rete gate, like not question, but she's like not come to like a point where she says, like it looks like an incomplete work. It should have been 8 lines, I feel. Okay, we have 1 minute.
Another Shishir Gant here.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a couplet, I think, like it's a couple thing.
Couplet, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Tul katur shishir gant shine maine tur shrine byon
Byon.
sab byon swapne yem पांच विमर्शक पूरे येले खैसराव समेत सायरनी कुनीगाव.
Nice.
Wow.
Tul katur shishir gant. Water assumes various shapes in freezing cold. That's not til katur lagan. Til katur shishir gant shin maine to shrine. Ice spreads on freezing water, icicles, falling snow, snowstorm, avalanches.
It forms.
So many forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Byon sopan go dream. Byon go
Alag.
हाँ.
Different form. They have different form.
Yeah, different forms. Swapnya yim पांच.
Til katur shishur good.
1, 2, 3.
Manite be shran.
Yeah.
These are different things.
Right. Vyamarshuk पूरे यली खाइसे राव. विमर्श क्या गाओ? विमर्श गाओ?
Vichar Vimarsh, I guess.
Like thought process.
Yeah. Vimarshuk पूरे यली खाइसे राव. Go यली when basically you come to realize, basically, right?
Yeah.
Samit go together. Samit sairni kunigav. Oh, they all are of different kinds.
They all turn to water and they merge.
Oh, so cool, guys.
A nice one.
Really deep meaning.
Like
I think this
water when
one
the
is
sun
even
of
better
the
than the
falls
previous
on
one. I think you should put this couplet also with the previous one.
It goes together so well, right? Like you have all this metaphor about the winter, and then you're able to pull the sun out of the darkness and shine it on all of these forms of winter and bring back the spring almost. Like, I don't know, it's you read it together and it's...
You can have so many meanings to it, like, you know. Amita, you should turn on your camera because I'm going to take a screenshot with your face in it. You're muted.
Wait, me get catch
Anun, Kajal. Yes, hi. Hello.
Oh. So cute.
Chal sing photo khich.
I'm sorry.
I'm Mr. Sauri Pata. Which puja to karan. And kar Shivratri petti puja. And kar Navaratri petti puja.
All right, sounds good. I love this, yeah. I love Shishir Gunbechna. Es guy went late out. That which is Shishir Gun Tishi and the Sori. Sori, Byon, which is Sori.
Shishir Gun come icicle.
अच्छा बुआ ने क्या चो तुल कातुर गो frost, right? Shishir going to get icicles. Shin mine क्या गो?
Sheen. अच्छा maybe
Sheen in snow.
Shin mine go falling snow apparently.
Snow.
So snowfall is called shin mine. Okay. The shrine. No, shrine is avalanche. So
Avalanche.
Shrine. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Shin mine is like snow का वो जो पहाड़ सा बनता है ना, when there's a lot of snow. That's what
Then it's basically wait.
Mounds of snow.
Freeze. Icicles, falling snow. So Shin mine. Shin
I
mine.
think falling
Now,
snow. I think falling snow and snowstorm together are shinmane.
it's snowstorm.
क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो 4 ही वर्ड है यार. Otherwise.
So Tulkatur, I think, is the first one. Ice spreading on freezing water, because I think of Tulamulla as spring and then Tulkatur as the frozen over thing of it. I don't know. I'm maybe
Tilkatur
extra.
Gana, so she the sleet.
Yeah. Okay.
Tilkatur Shishar Gant Shin Mine to Shrine में गए 4 5 हमको तो हमको गोल कर दिया.
वही मैं बोल रही हूँ. Falling snow and snowstorm both are snow ultimately. So I think shin.
Na yichana kato vanan kin byon yim chupans. Kaj chupans. 4
I think the Sheen and Mane, I think
Yeah, they're two.
two different things basically.
Shin
It's
mine.
Sheen, falling snow turns into big mounds, right?
Okay. So falling snow turning into snowstorms mine and then shine go avalanche. ठीक.
It's almost like saying shin at the mane, but kind of contracting it into a word.
Yeah.
Correct. Guys, I like this. Gawa khatam sheen ya par. Gaw khatam. This has come back to Tantra. Okay. I think this is a good place to stop. I like it. It's a good thing Shashwat did it. Because it's a possibility that it gets separated out to 2 people. And then we don't, then we can't do it as a couplet. ठीक है. So this was 132, right? So who's going to take down? While I read from the Rosetta Stone. Hatte Meera. Sorry guys, missed it. Had to do some stuff with kids. That was waliye.
यार I have to drop off now.
ठीक
मेरा
छो.
weekend शुरू हो गया.
ठीक है. अरे वाह. Worldly desire, हाँ.
Cheers.
You know.
And so we are ready to.
मैं भी स्टार्ट करता हूँ अभी वीकेंड.
उसने जंगली खबर क्या लाया है? Vitamin water. I feel like we should all pose with this picture. I need to take a screenshot of this, guys.
This is just apple juice, by the way.
Where is your drink?
Leave you, Shruti.
I have no drinks.
Wait, I have water though. I think.
I'm just a.
Okay, smile.
Just small.
Zahab jungli
Just small.
teek paten. Jungli have teek paten. Dash hai jungli.
Jungly.
Okay, thanks. Okay, guys. See you next week and.
People will think, is it a book club or a drink club?
Food for booze.
So, hold on, okay? Hold on. The thing is, it's moved to Friday, right? So, okay, Vishal should karan message brute to the path, maga join shun karan ke. Okay. So
Shishir wala crossword. We have to do it, by the way.
okay, so I'm gonna stop recording and I will just